Greetings all, Fanny here for Libra's Daily Oracle Message. Libra, the first two cards that came out for you are the Universal Midwife, Birth, I Birth Fruitful and Sacred Assignments. And Artemis, the Huntress, came out, Quest. The Pleiades light my quest to be wild and free. And so maybe part of your assignments is to be a beacon of sorts to people who seek to be wild, who seek to be free, who seek to be independent in themselves, especially for women in our society. It's so often pushed that you have to be a role for someone else, subservient to someone else. It is often frowned upon, which is so stupid, that a woman wants to be self-serving and independent. And as I was talking with my business mentor earlier today, in only recent religions have women been pushed to the side. In most ancient religions, women were worshipped more, valued more, and appreciated much more because life would not exist without them. They are the source of all creation. And so in an attempt for men to have more power and control, they made women weaker, and they tried to put us in blocks and situations where our power was confined to a certain role, to a certain status. And there's a lot of us that are just saying, no, I'm not doing that anymore. And that's awesome, because we need that right now. We have the inner temple, life lessons. I go within my shadow for deep spiritual growth. Yes, Libra, do not be afraid of your shadow. And your shadow is anything and everything that you suppress, you don't like about yourself, trauma, past experiences, PTSD, any negative attachment that you have had and not let go of or acknowledged is your shadow. And this could stem into physical ailments. For example, a lot of root chakra trauma can be displayed as a missing or irregular period, or hip tightness or irritation. So if you have really bad hips, it might actually be caused by root trauma. And so to go within your shadow, to acknowledge and see those parts of yourself that you've had to deny and take that as spiritual growth is very powerful of you, Libra. And you have the power to do that, because along with Artemis, the goddess of the hunt here, being with you, you have the Amazonian queen. Battle. I am a devoted warrior of the universe. I birth fruitful and sacred assignments. You have the visionary, awaken. With an intuitive perspective, I see the bigger picture. I love that this is like night and day, the same woman, light and dark. And that, I think, goes along back to doing the chakra work and your shadow work. And I'm very proud of you for doing this, Libra. Because it's not easy to do the shadow work. It's not easy to go in and say that I have made mistakes. I can't do it all. We have Aries here that came out. You also have number 11 and Neptune energy. Neptune being a planet of emotions, water. 11 being a number of rebirth and new beginnings. Aries is the first of the wheel. And this could be you were dealing with an Aries that has caused some of this trauma and these blockages and these shadows in yourself. Or maybe you need to embrace the Aries I am energy. And that's not selfish energy. That is simply stating I am powerful. I am this. Using affirmations and the law of attraction to shift how you see the world and how the world sees you. I was reminded, again, this is the second time today, of this wonderful song called Green and Gray. And it is talking about the story of Hern or Pan and a priest of God, like the Christian God. And it was talking about how their God changed Pan and how he was perceived, how he was made to look by the rest of the world. And this made him, it shifted him from the god of the forest, the god of the land, the protector, and great hunter, to Lucifer, the demon, the manipulator, defier. And that might be going back to this Aries energy. And so for you, Libra, I feel like you are shifting how the world sees you. You're no longer abiding by the image that someone else put upon you, that someone tried a label or an image that someone has tried to lay upon you. You are shifting that. You are bringing to light who you truly are and saying, no, you do not get to label me. You do not get to discern me. You do not get to paint me as something that I am not, simply because I am out of your control. And you are, Libra. You're out of someone's control right now. Someone who has been using you. Someone who has been manipulating you. You have the Diamond Star of Destiny. I focus on service and follow my higher purpose. Because you have fruitful and sacred assignments. Because you are a warrior of the universe. You have something that you need to bring about in this world. This could be a piece of literature, art, or music that changes how people think about themselves or the world at large. This could be simply your presence, being kindness to someone who needs it in that moment. Or maybe you're going to be a revolutionary speaker who steps up and says things need to change now. Because, like, the world is not valuing us as women. Because, like, in Alabama, all the OBGYNs have had to leave. Maternity wards are being shut down because they can't do their job properly to bring babies safely into this world. And they're giving more and more of that money to churches to bring babies into the world who are not qualified to do that. And it's fucking sick. People are trying to take away our power, trying to take away our rights to our own bodies, and people have to speak up. Things have to change. The mortality rate of children and mothers are going up, and no one is saying anything. So, Libra, if you are being called to make changes in this world, speak bravely, speak boldly, and speak with your heart, speak with your truth, because we need people in this world who are going to make these changes, because it is not working right now, my love. And you are someone who can bring the balance. You are someone who can bring both sides of the stories together, because you have been on both sides of it. You are light and dark, mother and father, earth and stars. You are able to do this, Libra, but you have to understand that your destiny, your purpose, is so much more powerful than you're giving yourself credit for right now, because the anxiety of going into something that big, that monumental, and that transformative is exhausting. I understand, my love. I'm going through it myself with my company, with my channels, with my platforms, and my books. I'm going through that, understanding that what I have to say and what I am sharing is going to change people's worlds and change people's lives. And that in and of itself is scary, because I don't know what that world would look like. But by the gods, I hope it's more beautiful and more full of love. And in Libra, I believe you will be able to bring that in, because you have all of this mothering, caring energy. Yes, you might be a warrior who's seen battles, but that doesn't mean you're not kind. And you still having that heart is a wonderful reminder of the depths of your soul and the work that you have done. Acknowledge that work, Libra, because if you don't, you're going to keep looking over yourself and feel like you're stuck when you're not stuck. You're moving forward. It may not be clear to you right now, but you are, my love. You're moving forward. Give yourself credit from everywhere that you have been, because you're not there anymore. You're so much more strong and powerful than anywhere you have ever been before. And where you are going next is a huge change in our world, and we need you, Libra. Please keep going. Have a beautiful